Alright, everyone. Right now we're talking about network devices, and we're going to start at proxies. A proxy is a person in the human world, first of all. Let's talk about a proxy is a person who is authorized to act as the substitute or agent on behalf of another person, right? So an example of that would be an individual who has been granted the power of attorney for a sick relative can make decisions and take actions on behalf of that person as her proxy. So if you didn't understand what proxy, so there are also proxies that are used in computer networking. These devices act as substitutes on behalf of the primary device. A forward proxy is a computer or an application program that intercepts user requests from the internal secure network and then processes that request on behalf of the user. When an internal client requests a service such as a file or a web page from an external web server, it normally would connect directly with that remote server. In a network using a forward proxy server, the client first connects to the proxy server, which checks its memory to see if a previous request already has been fulfilled, and whether a copy of that file or page is residing on the proxy server in its temporary storage area, which is a cache. If it's not, the proxy server connects to the external web server using its own IP address instead of the internal client's address and requests the service. When the proxy server receives the requested item from the web server, the item is then forwarded to the client. So, an application and multi-purpose proxy is a special proxy server that knows the application protocols that it supports. For example, a FTP proxy server implements the protocol FTP. A reverse proxy routes requests coming from an external network to the correct internal server to the outside user. The IP address of the reverse proxy is the final IP address for requesting services.